Everybody gangsta, but we never see you flexing on your true enemies. Hey, I forgive myself for what I plan to do to you. No more depending on a ghost to do what I need to do. Never will I beg for justice from the likes of you. Your destruction is my goal. I decided to let you know you are done here. I call upon the spirit of the beast sleeping inside our people to awaken. I call for the spirit of warfare to come sit upon the south side. Hey, I forgive myself for what I plan to do to you. No more depending on a ghost to do what I need to do. Never will I beg for justice from the likes of you. Your destruction is my goal. I decided to let you know you are done here. All of your tricks, all of your schemes, evil dreams, and all of your lies, all of your murdering my people in the scheme of things just seems to be buying us time. Time to repair, prepare, and shake this irrational fear of you. Time for us to shave our hair to prepare for a final fight with you. Hey, I forgive myself for what I plan to do to you. No more depending on a ghost to do what I need to do. Never will I beg for justice from the likes of you. Your destruction is my goal. I decided to let you know you are done here. Murder is your pleasure, kill for lesser. Devil tester, evil jester, nigga blesser. Always running with the beast. Whenever you get around, bullets flying, people dying, baby crying. Hear the siren, all destruction must increase. Government cooperation and alignment. Your assignment is to murder all the people of originality. You are never to be trusted. So disgusting is your presence. Manchurian candidate will destroy new society. Everybody gangsta, but we never see you flexing on your true enemies. Hey, I forgive myself for what I plan to do to you. No more depending on a ghost to do what I need to do. Never will I beg for justice from the likes of you. Your destruction is my goal. I decided to let you know you are done here.
What's up, everybody? Hope all you doing good. Okay. We're gonna talk about a couple of things. Might not be here that long, but we'll see about that. Bring up my document. See, I got company today. I always have company, but he's actually with me in here. We got a couple of issues out here going on with these there's been a couple of, every it's a couple of different seasons that the government will start launching their, attack your guns agenda. And they'll start spinning all of these weird stories about how schools are being, shot up and certain individuals are harming this one with the gun and certain individuals are doing that in the public place with the gun. And it's always in these big, long, drawn out, week after week after week after week. It's just a barrage of, gun chat to kind of tire people out and run them down, basically, and wear them out with the gun talk. That's all it is. It's to wear us all out with the gun talk and to make everybody more uh susceptible to comply with this, giving up your guns nonsense. Let's see. Did it okay. Yeah. So when they do these take a give up your guns agenda, I don't even know what to really. I would call them false flags. These false flags, when they do these, they run them back to back to back. Week 1, some mass shooting somewhere. Week 2, another mass shooting somewhere. To let the third week rest, to talk about Trump a little bit, and then Biden to get up there and talk some smack and whoever, what the hell. Week 4, oh, all the guns came out and people in the neighborhood were shooting, people at the gas station were shooting, and the people just everywhere shooting. Just everywhere. All at once. I don't think people are really reacting the way they want them to. So I think they're gonna come up with some crazy junk, some extra crazy junk to, you know, get the people really in the mood to let these guns go. You see, they brought out the black people and this fake Afro having guy. They brought out the black people and this fake Afro having guy. You know, whatever his name was. They brought him out, and he wanted to talk like Martin Luther King and whatever the hell, and have us reminiscing about the so-called civil rights movement, pretty much. Then they had that whole fiasco where he got so-called kicked out of the hearing. That was kind of convenient. Kind of convenient. The only Negro in there, looking like he walked straight out of a 1965 civil rights era movie cast, kicked out. And his friend El DeBarge, the third, kicked out as well. I thought that was very interesting. Kind of annoyed, and then all the back and forth with the Tariq people and other people that don't like Tariq, calling Tariq out on, why he was talking about them anyway. Everybody's just mad. Anyway, got this whole CNN story. I'm not start with that. I'm gonna start with this one. Charlotte, so-called North Carolina, close to where I am. CNN says he started shooting when a basketball rolled into his yard. Neighbor said. Now a manhunt is on as a 6-year-old and her parents recover. I should have taken a screenshot because the news sources said that the 6-year-old and the parents had died. But it's not true. It says a manhunt is underway near Charlotte, North Carolina, for a man who reportedly shot a 6-year-old neighbor and her parents after a basketball rolled into his yard. Robert Louis Singletary, 24, should be considered armed and dangerous. Gaston County Police said he's 6'2", about 223 pounds, with brown eyes and black hair, blah, blah, blah. According to several neighbors, the incident began Tuesday when a basketball rolled into Singletary's yard and he yelled at the kids, who went to retrieve it. One of the kids told his father, who then went to Singletary's house and said something to the effect of, "Stop cussing my kid out. If you got a problem, come to me and we can work it out." Excuse my baby. Hey. That sounds like 100% nonsense. Okay? Hey. That sounds like 100% nonsense. Because, first of all, when does a Caucasian go outside when their kid is being cursed at by some random black guy and says that? Stop cursing my kid out. If you got a problem, come to me and we can work it out. When have we ever heard that before? That never happens. When? This is the Charlotte area? That means this is the country. This is the country. There's all kinds of unsavory individuals out that way. Okay, North Carolina is country anyway. Now we got our, hood areas where people come from different parts of the world, and they congregate and bring their cultures here. But for the regulars here, it's pretty much country. Meaning you got Negroes that sound like they from some crazy Caucasian town deep in the South. Negroes sound like that. And you got these Caucasians who sound the same. So I'm just like, okay, these individuals, they not really that friendly or forgiving. Now you got some in the hood, the Caucasians that be around Negroes, so called, all the time. And they have that, hood like behavior. We're not talking about them. We're not talking about them. It says Singletary then walked inside, came out with the gun, and opened fire at the neighbors, wounding a 6-year-old girl and her parents. The neighbor said, "We never expected anybody would break a gun out amongst all those kids." Neighbor Jonathan Robertson told CNN affiliate WBTV. "I mean, that was insane," he said. The 6-year-old girl, Kinsley, said that she was hit in the cheek and described to to WBTV, her understanding of what happened. "I could not get inside in time, so he shot my daddy in the back," she said. The girl's mother, Ashley Hildebrand, told CNN doctors removed the bullet fragments from her daughter's cheek and noted that her own elbow was grazed by a bullet. She said she said they had nothing to do with the basketball game. The family was outside grilling and their daughter was riding her bike. Police would not confirm what started the Tuesday night shooting in Gastonia, citing the investigation. Yes, because it sounds like lies. I wish I had the meme of that dude singing that song, "Why Are You Lying?" Oh my God. Why you always lying? It's just them white folks making hella jokes. You're making it so easy. We're just looking at this stuff. It's insane. Now, why would we say this was lies? Why? Because this came just as this happened. White homeowner accused of shooting black teen from Africa who went to the wrong house in Kansas City will face 2 felony charges, officials announced. Look at this young man sitting there with his nice haircut and his, little mask and black shirt on. Got his suit jacket on and playing his little, what is that? What is that? Saxophone? Maybe a soprano saxophone? I don't know. Either way, it says a white 84-year-old homeowner allegedly shot and wounded Ralph Yarl, a black teen, after the 16-year-old went to the wrong home to pick up his siblings. Will face 2 felony charges. Clay County prosecuting attorney Zachary Thompson announced early Monday evening. Andrew Lester will face charges of assault in the first degree and armed criminal action. What? Andrew Lester will face charges of assault in the first degree and armed criminal action. Whatever. Authorities have issued a warrant for his arrest and he is not currently in custody, Thompson said. I can tell you there was a racial component to this case, Thompson said at a news conference without elaborating. There's when asked whether Lester may also face hate crime charges, the prosecutor said that in Missouri, a hate crime is a lower level of felony, and that adding such charges would constitute a double jeopardy. Hmm. A probable cause document released Monday evening similarly does not shine any light on why authorities believe race played a role in this case. Hmm. I like how they say, you know, a probable cause document released Monday evening similarly does not shine any light on why authorities believe race played a role in this case. In Charlotte, there's been a lot of foolery. You know, there's been a lot of foolery going on within the past, 4 or 5 years. I remember there was this Israelite guy that was shot down out there. Minding his business, doing whatever, and the cops, shot down somebody. I think it was at a pet grooming store out there, maybe 2019, 2018. There's a lot going on, a lot of racial tensions there, but people they don't really wild out like you would think they should. I don't get it. I really do not. But the guy came outside. The boy, came to the door. He shot twice through the exterior storm door, and then once the boy was on the ground, he shot at him again while he was on the ground. And they were trying to say, "Oh, that was just a mistake." No, it's not. No, it's not. When I was in the Marines, one thing they would always tell us on the range. One thing they would always tell us. Range rules. You do not point your gun at anything you do not intend to shoot. Ever. So, if it was an accident, surely he would have never shot once, because you never raise your gun at anything you do not intend to shoot. That's number one. Now, had he opened the door and being like, "Hey, what's going on, dear sir?" Yeah, kid probably would have said, "Hey, I'm here to pick up my little sisters and brothers and whoever it is that I'm here to pick up." Okay. He would have said that. Old man would have said, "Oh, bet. Um, this is the wrong house. What house you looking for?" "Oh, I'm looking for dot dot dot." "Oh, that's across the street." He could have done that. But no. He said, "I'm gonna shoot you through the door." That pretty much explains your intent to harm someone. You shooting at them through the door. That goes straight out the window. You intended to harm this kid, okay? And on top of that, when the kid was down, you shot at him another time. In the law, okay, they have this thing called, justifiable force. And that once your target is so called down, you have to, cease using force upon them, lest it become murder and assault if they don't die. If they were not died already. Okay? That's just like, okay, you shot me, but I started running away and I dropped my gun. Or I kept my gun and I was running away. The threat is already gone. I'm turning and running away. Why are you still shooting? Once I turn and run away, there is no more threat. You keep shooting me, and those bullets that you fire upon me are those that killed. Now you got a murder charge on you. Because, even though you started out defending yourself, once that individual starts to run away from you, now the circumstances has changed. Which is why it's always an issue when the cops do the same thing. Okay? Most of the time, people are running away from the cops with no weapon, and they still shooting people through the back and all of this stuff. And people may bring up the goofy idea, oh, well, they feared for their life. When the last time you seen a white man really fear for his life? What's that dude, Tom Cruise? Y'all seen when he climbed all the way up he climbed all the way up to this giant skyscraper in Dubai somewhere. Hold on. Tom Cruise sky River climb. Images. There you go. Cool. Hold on. Let me see if it's gonna show up. Show up there. Man, what the hell's going on? Oh, damn it. Hold on. I'm trying to get this damn picture. They're getting on my nerves. There you go. Here's a clear one. As always. Well, let me go to it. Well, you see this picture of this Caucasian sitting on the top of a skyscraper. Will Smith was up there too at one time. See, Will Smith has on a rope and a harness. Mr. White Man right here, he has none of that with no shoes on. So he could start sweating about his feet and slip and fall horribly to his death. Horrible. But we supposed to believe that Caucasians be fearing for their life? Nah, man. No. These people wrestle with lions, tigers, and bears. I remember a video where I had this white family. They was sitting outside, and a bear approached their picnic table. And they sat right there. They didn't flinch. They didn't move. They made the bear about 10 peanut butter and jelly damn sandwiches. And they all sat there with the bear and ate them diddly damn sandwiches. You're not going to sit and tell me that some Caucasian fears for his life. They not scared. They never scared. They just like old buddy. They just like old buddy. What's his name? Bone Crusher. They never scared. Yeah, that's the Caucasian. Negroes, yeah, we scared all the time. White man bust up in your house, shoot your baby right in the face while you're playing with G.I. Joe and Hello Kitty. And we forgive him. We forgive him every time. You forgive him, Mr. White Man. We love you. Because this man is 84 years old. 84. So Thompson says Lester was only held for several hours after he was initially detained because police recognized right away that more investigative work would needed to be done. Yeah, needed to be done. Thompson originally said Lester was 85 years old, but a probable cause document obtained by CNN shows. Yeah, they said he was 85, but he's 84. Okay, who cares? Who cares? According to the probable cause statement, Lester told investigators he was scared to death. Oh, let's highlight that. He was scared to death by Yari's size and inability to defend himself at age 84. So you shoot through the door? But it's not racial. So this individual acts like, oh, you never seen a black person before? And if you being 84, I'm pretty sure you've seen thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of little kids grow up of all different races. You know what children look like. You know what children act and behave like. Every child's mannerisms are the same. Whether you 3 feet tall as a child or you 7 feet tall as a kid. I knew some 7-foot tall kids. They were still kids no matter what. Okay. Just like these young girls out here who be grown, who be adult in the body, but a child in the mind. You can tell. You can tell. They don't walk right. They goofy. You tell a goofy little joke, they all weird about it, Always chewing on some candy. Like, hell out of here. You a baby. I'm pretty sure if the dude would have, been more sensible, which is impossible, he probably could have been, hey son, how old are you? Oh, I'm 14. Oh, you pretty tall for your age. I knew a couple of kids some years ago that was your same age. That's wonderful. But yeah, the house you're looking for is actually across the street. Let me point you to it. You see, it's right over there. Okay. Have a nice day, young man. Simple. Not. I'm a blast through the door. Okay. And where was this place? Where was this place? Let me see. Where was this? You're not saying where it was in here? Let me see. Let's see what the video had to say about it. Yeah, let's turn my desktop audio on. I'm gonna turn my mic off for a bit. Hold on. Can y'all hear the video? Did you all hear that? I don't know if you all heard that or not. This is a different kind of video. It's embedded inside the website, so I don't know if you heard it. But it was Benjamin Crump speaking on, behalf of the kid and the family. And it's amazing that he recovered. And I'm glad he did not die, because that would be messed up, you know. But this shooting right here, if it actually happened, that is, this dude looks like some kid that got booked on something that was, super petty, and it was like, well, you in jail anyway. Let us use your mugshot, cause you done for anyway. I think that's exactly what they do. They pin some junk on some guy who's already, in there. They parade him around because, what else does he have to lose? And they pin some random foolery on him. Now, I'm not a victim shamer, but let me save this. Let me put it in pictures. There you go. Save that. All right. So what we're gonna do? We are going to look at this picture. I want to see the bullet fragments. Let me see. Yeah, I want to see the bullet fragments. Oh, I don't want to do that. Damn it. Save image as no. PNG. Damn it. I want to save that. My folder. Ah, Here we go. Now let's look at it. Now they said that could be a bullet fragment. Could be. It could be. Looks like we can see, the outline of some stitches. But I want to ask this. How is it that you got some bullet fragments in your jaw as a little kid and none of your teeth are damaged inside? That means she would not be able to speak. So asking the kid questions and she has, damage to her face, that's going to be quite painful to talk. And why are you asking this little kid questions? Not like she would really know anything what was going on, truthfully. That's a traumatic event. Sounds to me like they're using this as a tool, garner equal yet opposite hostility towards our kind. Oh, Negroes out here getting brave and they shooting at white people and kids. Oh, let's see what we're gonna do about that. Okay. What is the likelihood that some random Negro is going to all suddenly decide to do this foolery when we have not been doing this foolery before? Regular Negroes with throat tattoos. Let me see. Let me go back. Let's go back to his picture. This fool has a whole throat tattoo. And I'm pretty sure it's not of anything notable. These type Negroes do not shoot at the white man. They don't. They're not shooting at the white man. Get out of here. Okay. So you had this foolery that came about because of this foolery. Okay. All within the same 2-3 week time frame. Okay. That's kind of stretching it. Okay? That's not regular Negro behavior. He doesn't seem like he's no kind of revolutionary or anything. Nah. I know some people really can, change their ways and all. Maybe he had a throat tattoo and, he was probably feeling himself back in the day and he got that. And he was on some gangsterish foolery. But then he changed his ways and he wanted to be revolutionary and, get back on Mr. Caucasian. I doubt it. This says fraud all over it. Now, after that, we have, Dadeville, Alabama. Before Alexis Dowdell headed to her Sweet 16 party, she sat on her big brother's bed to tell him she was so nervous about the event and had been planning for months, only to have him make her laugh and assure her that he would make sure she had fun, she says. Just hours later, her brother, Phil Dowdell, was among 4 people fatally shot at her party at a venue in downtown Dadeville on Saturday night. A massacre that also left 32 other people injured, stunning the small Alabama city and leaving investigators scrambling to find who did it and why. Wonder who. Bill pushed her to the ground as the shooting started. Later, she realized she had been shot. She pleaded with him to stay alive. She recalled an interview with CNN on Monday. You're going to make it. You're strong, Alex told her 18-year-old brother as his consciousness wavered. She begged, do not give up on me. Sad. Many of those shot were people close to Alexis. Besides Phil, those who died were Marcia, Emmanuel Collins, 19, John Kivia, Kiki Nicole Smith, 17, and Corbin Demontre Holston, 23. The Tallapalooza County coroner said, how's about that? The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency said 32 were injured. The agency has not specified their ages or whether they were shot. On Sunday, at least 15 teens were being treated for gunshot wounds at one hospital, officials had said. Now look at that. Look at that. Now, we all know the mode of the government. Let me look at the chat, man. I know it's not many people in here. Ah, D. My kid's in here. Yeah, eat it up. K-Cell says, peace and love, my brother. K-Cell also says, their wordplay gets on the minds of the people who do not know their language and lingo that is used to manipulate us all. Exactly. K-Cell says, everything good, bro? Question mark. Yeah, it's good, man. Say some prayers for me, bro. K-Cell says, can we get the likes up for my bro? Like 11 people in here. Yeah, it's cool, bro. Thank you for caring about that, but it's cool. Yukon Jack Stormrider, he says he fired through the door, then opened the door and fired security shots. He was not afraid. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Child's play. Good evening, my bro. What's going on? Case tells his blackface and these realistic rubber masks. He has me in question of a lot of the unsolved murders and the identity of the perpetrators who committed the crime. Exactly. We all know that was G Get Inc. What's going on? We all know now that artificial intelligence can create anything now. Let's check that out. All right. Made by a human photo. Yeah, let's do that. Let's check these images out. AI generated. Let's see what this is. Can we tell the difference? Let's see. Human versus AI. Which one is the real thing? No one can tell anymore because the computer is smart now. Okay? These computers are being able to engineer Pictures that look so real, you would think these individuals were people you've seen at Walmart. You would swear it. You would swear it. Okay? Let's see if this will pull up. No. Okay. I got a couple of 100 pictures created by artificial intelligence, and you would never you would never, think that a computer made that image. But truthfully, they can do that. So I said all that to say this. These pictures right here, these pictures could be artificially intelligent created, or they could be real people that just got murdered for fun by the government and the cops. You understand? This is how they do. Even though these things could be a false flag, the losses and the casualties will always be real, because when you have real blood that is shed or spilled, however you want to put it, that puts in your mind, a debate. It makes you be at war with yourself, and it forces you to believe what they're trying to push in the form of a narrative. They wanted you to believe that this death was caused by, gun violence, and it had nothing to do with the people, but everything to do with the gun. And in correlation to there being gun violence, somebody has to lose their life, lest the agenda would have no power, really. So these real people are really losing their lives to these real guns, but the individuals in charge of pulling these triggers are not the people that they say they are. Okay? Sure, Mr. White Man, okay, Mr. Lester, Andrew Lester, this musty individual right here, yes, he pulled the trigger. Okay? He did it. He said it was fun in the sun. He liked it. He opened the door so he could get some more shots, because he missed shooting Negroes through the door. You think, hold on, let's get a better picture of this Ugmo. Magical Ugmo. Look at you. Just look at him. Let's get that. You're really telling me that this dirtbag really didn't spend most of his time, in his teens, maybe 75 years ago, harming random black people in Alabama? You really want to tell me that? Look at this fool. He probably got one eye messed up because, some black person that he was removing the life from probably socked him in the eye before they died. And that's why he got the damn, what's his name? The Uncle Ruckus eyeball. Uncle Ruckus got re-vitiligo. This ugly caveman got un-vitiligo. But yeah, look at him. Look at him, how y'all on the cane. Look at it. Oh Lord, help me, Lord Jesus, help. I'm so sad. I had to defend myself against the nigger. Look at him, fake struggling. Now, how you all of a sudden fake struggling? You struggling to just hobble into court. Oh Lord, me, Jesus. But was he struggling with that gut? Seemed to me he went back into Marine mode. Okay. 80 something years old? How old is this fool? Let me see. So he probably could have been in the Marines in 67. Yeah. Yeah, 1968, 1967. Yeah, he could probably have been in the Marines. Look at his haircut. Want to walk around with a cane now when you was just Rambo in it, shooting people through doors and junk, and kicking them down for the last kill shot. Look at this boy, just thick. But what's crazy is the mama of this individual. Okay, not them. The mama, they're African. I forget what part of Africa they're from, but she was on I think it was TikTok, talking about how we need to come together and as black people and Africans, we just stop fighting each other and whoop de whoop. I'm like, really? Okay, bet. Yeah, about that. That's a conversation, but that's a conversation we've been having that conversation for about 10 years now. Okay, trying to point out the coons among them, these Africans coming over here, fooling us over. I know a lot of people will be on, getting at individuals because they say, "Oh, you talking about Africans and that's bringing separation." Nah, if you over here causing trouble and you are African, you causing trouble and setting up regular Negroes over here who was born here, okay, you causing the division because you represent the people that you coming from when you coming over here. It's just like when what was it, Muhammad Ali was being interviewed by the talk show guy of the time, and they was like, "Yo, why do you not accept help from Caucasians?" He was like, are you serious right now?" He was like, "Yeah, I know there's good Caucasians, but what you want me to do? Leave the door open for those that's good when I can't really tell the difference between those that's good or bad. I just wait for them to come in, or I just shut the door on all of them and keep myself safe altogether." They vet these Africans when they come over here. They make sure they on coon mode. Coon mode level 10. Okay? But now that we have social media and things are getting out, coon mode is being defeated a little bit. And the Africans from over there in the continent are now speaking out against the foolery. So I'm glad about that. Because they're sick of being lumped in with all the rest of them. Because we all know silence is consent. Okay? If you're African and you never took a loss coming over here before, get ready. Because we all Negroes over here. They don't care about anything, what country you from in Africa. They could care less about your Bantu language. They could care less about your kente cloth that was made in Sweden. They could care less about, none of your tribal dances and stomping in the clay. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about your beads. They don't care about your beady beads on your head. They damn sure do not care about, your lions, tigers, and bears, and giraffes, and your animals they be over there murdering. They don't care about that. They don't care. They say to hell with all of us. And when you come over here as an African, shucking and jiving and cooning, I would hate for you to have to lose a child, for you to get your wake-up call moment, because how many of us originals here that was born here have lost individuals to these racist race soldiers. How many of us we know somebody who knows somebody it's happened to us or it's happened to other people? It's a serious thing. Okay? And this wasn't even a cop. This is a regular white man. Imagine it had been an actual police. Okay? And that brings up another point. Hold on. Let's see. Man shot at wrong house. Hmm. Oh man, I've been talking this whole time and I didn't turn my desktop audio off. Lord. Sorry about that, you all. Please, if when I'm going to a video, can somebody remind me to turn my desktop audio off so I don't get the echo? I'm gonna turn my mic off. Hold on, y'all. Y'all, let me know when you can if you can hear this video. There's a serious delay on this. Hold on. on, y'all. I'm gonna see something. Cause what the hell is going on here? Sorry about it, man. I'm having a tough technical difficulty right here. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah. Media source. God. My bad, y'all. Damn thing is retarded today. Baju. Uh, Media source. Oh. You said maybe it's muted. Let me see. The crap. Desktop audio. Okay. I can't do the video. Something happened. But either way, the cops went to the wrong house. They should have been across the street. Okay? They went to 5208 and they should have gone to 5205. And instead, the guy comes to the door with his gun, as he should have, because they didn't, announce themselves. So what you gonna do as a man? You got your wife and your kid in the house. What you gonna do? Yeah, you conject says perhaps it's muted. Yeah, I know. I gotta after I get off this live, I gotta fix my thing and then, probably redo some technical stuff inside. But K-Cell says this ish is something else. And it don't matter how many subs you have being marked. Especially those with former affiliation with the INFAC. Okay? We in close watch, so we don't get recognition. Yeah. Yeah, I know what it is. I talked to the feds. They all goofy. Yeah, they goofy as hell. That's messed up how goofy the feds and the CIA are when they got all of this damn power. Well, it's irritation when you really think about it. Think about how goofy these individuals are. When you walk up on them, like I spoke to some feds. Like really, I spoke to some of these fools. They are unbelievable. You could meet these goofballs at Walmart and would never know. You never know it. You don't believe the movies, man. Do not believe the movies. These feds work at Walmart. They work at Lowe's. They work at freaking KFC. They work at McDonald's. Sometimes they the manager at Bojangles eating all the damn chicken wings and junk. Sometimes they be at freaking the gun shop. They everywhere. Yeah. K-Cell says they have come at me without paying no attention. No, yeah. Yeah, I respect them. Yeah, that's cool. Respect the little power they got. Okay, bet. But you're still damn goofy. I know they watching. I'm not even worried. But we're gonna get to the whole point of this, okay? The Declaration of Independence. All right. In Congress. Can everybody hear me? I know I was having an issue before. It says in Congress, July 4th, 1776. All right. The unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. Okay, 13 states. Hoorah. Let me enlarge. Well, let me not. It says, when in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands that have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitled them. Okay? Decent respect A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. Let's read that again. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another. Okay? Separate into your groups. And to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which laws of nature and nature's God entitle them. Take up your own places where you feel you need to be, okay? A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. Make it known the differences between you and stand upon those. Okay? K-Cell says, Big Herc says, I can hear you. Thank you. It says, crazy thing is our own do not hear us and turn against us. And that's one of my main concerns as for us to get ahead. Our own people. Exactly. It's always that. And this is what the feds use. They use our own. Okay? They use our own. Let me go. Hold on. Let me put my kid down real quick. All right. Says, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. What is that? That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men. Okay, so it tells you what government's purpose is for. That to secure these rights, what are your rights? To life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay? Now, if the government's job is to ensure that we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuits of happiness, what the hell is this thing that we have ruling over us today, terrorizing every damn body, making everybody get these so-called injections and junk, bombing random countries for whatever damn reason, causing coups and destroying individuals in Africa because they don't want to support LGBTXYTGIF rights. Okay? This is what we have as a government. These terrorists, okay? Their purpose was to secure life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for us, but what they're doing now is terrorism, okay? So, governments are instituted amongst men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and institute a new government. So, whenever government gets out of pocket, because their job is to make sure you have the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, but once they are not doing their job as to securing your rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of diddly damn happiness, it is your job to do what? Alter or abolish it. Now, tell me how you as a regular citizen is going to go up against these individuals that have formed a Voltron called a terrorist named government. How are you going to go up against these individuals when they have been illegally taxing you since 1913? They took away the gold standard. They took your gold away by threat of 10 years in prison in the feds. Okay? They took your gold away. Then they took the ghost. Then they allowed this evil entity called the Federal Reserve Bank to create basically basically IOUs in the form of dollars. Okay, so now we got these IOUs in the form of dollars. We don't have money anymore, so there is no real wealth, and they made sure of that. Even if you got $1 billion in the bank, if they wanted to say, "Hey, we're turning off your money," what? I got $1 billion in the bank. No, you don't. Switch. Now your $1 billion is worth $5. It's not backed by anything, and that's what this government did. They took away your ability to build up the wealth that you would need to fight them. This is why they control the money. Okay? So it is the right of the people to alter or abolish the government once, okay, the government becomes destructive. This government has long been destructive, okay? This government instituted police. What are the police? The police are the civilian arm of the military. Okay? They are a civilian arm of the military. They have military equipment. They shoot military guns. They have military armament. They study military tactics and movements. They are the military. Okay? 15 years ago, We seen cops looking like, regular beach cops. Now you see the cops and they look like they being deployed to Iraq somewhere. These are not police. This is a military. Okay? So, you abolish after they get out of control and you institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to tell them shall seem most likely to effect their safety and happiness. Okay? Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. Okay? You're not going to change the government because it's Wednesday and you don't really like paying your 10-cent tax on your dollar. Okay? Everybody agrees that we're going to pay 10-cent tax so we can have roads, and the government's going to say how the road's going to be built. Well, damn it, I don't want 10 cent coming out of my dollar anymore. I want, 5 cent. I want to change the government. No, you can't do that. That would be a light and transient cause. Okay? And accordingly, all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms which they are accustomed. Okay? But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. When you get the very thing that has been going on here, long trains of abuses. When a long train of abuses and usurpations, let's look up the word usurp. That's the base word. Usurp. You see that in the Bible a lot, where the Bible says that a woman is not to usurp the power of the man. Okay? We're going to look up that word. Usurp. Define. Usurp. Now, this is the active. Let's plus that. We're gonna blow it up a little bit. Go away. Thank you. Usurper. An usurper is an illegitimate or controversial claimant to power, often but not always in a monarchy. In other words, one who takes the power of a country, city, or established region for oneself without any formal legit right to claim it as one's own. Sounds familiar. Sounds like Bill Gates buying up all of the farmland. How's about that? Remember he made that goofy claim he was going to block out the sun as if he owns the sun? Either he's a completely insane Caucasian or he's a lizard person. I don't know. Okay, but that's an usurper. Dictionary. Usurp. Take a position of power or importance illegally or by force. Illegally or by force. Okay. Richard usurped the throne. Similar. Take the place of someone in position of power, illegally supplant. The Hanoverian dynasty had usurped the Stuarts. So, once we look up this usurpation, okay, let's look up that usurpation. Usurpation in meaning law. It says to seize and hold as office, place, or powers in possession by force without right. The courts may not usurp the powers of the legislature. intransitive verb, to seize or exercise authority or possession, wrongfully, usurpation. Is that not the entire United States government? What document is this? This is the Declaration of Diddly Damn Independence. And you wonder why the Declaration of Independence is not taught in school? It's never taught. We never learned about the Declaration of Independence. We never did. Okay? We never did. Yukon Jack Stormrider says William Lynch method. Turn them against each other. See distrust. He says again, after they deactivated the Treasury Department. Exactly. Okay. What is this? These weird little computer sounds, boy. Where was I? Long train of abuses, usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces. Let's look up that word. Evinces. Copy. Events. Third person present evinces to reveal the presence of. His letters evince the excitement he felt at undertaking his journey. Okay. It's one of those type words that just, it has a function within a sentence. It reveals the presence of a thing. Okay, bet. Evincing a design. Uncovering a design to reduce them under absolute despotism. Now let's look up despotism. I know this is kind of boring, but we got to learn something today. These Caucasians are highly educated in our destruction, and we still goofy out here. So we got to learn some stuff. Despotism. The base word is despot. Active is despotism. Okay. The noun. The exercises of absolute power, especially in a cruel and oppressive way. The king's arbitrary despotism. Okay. A country or political system where the ruler holds absolute power. Okay. Some nations are democracies, others are despotisms. I would say that this country is not truly a democracy, but a despotism. They hold political power, they hold absolute power by what? Policing, military, threat of death, threat of taking property, threat of prison time. Oh, you better vote or die, or you better get this injection or go to prison. And the injection be some straight poison, so you're gonna die anyway. But they hold the gun to your face to make kind of get you scared. Oh, well, you're gonna shoot me. Well, damn it, I'm gonna die anyway. So I may as well just take freaking the shot from the gun, not the injection. Not gonna force me to accept my slow death. The hell wrong with you? But this is what these Caucasians are doing. Okay. We have a long train of abuses, usurpations, pursuing the same, objective. Uncovering designs to reduce them under absolute despotism. It is their right, it is their duty to throw off such a government and provide new guards for their future security, such as being patient sufferance to these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having an indirect object and an indirect object, the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. Well, let's see these examples. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. Let's look at the word assent. You ever think the language, the English versions used in this document is not the language and words used in regular English today? They speak real English, we do not. Assent, the expression of approval or agreement, a loud murmur of assent. Express approval or agreement, typically officially. Okay. Guest house then, Frank assented cheerfully. Okay. So an expression of approval or agreement. Great. So he's not going to agree to the laws that are most beneficial to the public good. So once you put it and you transpose it to the common language, you get what it means. Okay, he has forbidden governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained, till his agreement should be attained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend them. So he's going to have you wait for you to get a law that's going to help you. Okay, this is the king. He's going to have you wait for you to get a law that he agrees with. And then while you're waiting for him to agree to the law, he's just going to keep you waiting. Does that not sound like regular Congress today with the filibusters? And you're trying to get a law passed or what, and you just stand there, and talk for 8 hours about, how, their dog scratches where the sun don't shine, and he just sits there and does it for hours and hours. You just watching them eating popcorn. Like, they literally just sit up there in Congress and filibuster telling any old kind of story. This is what basically this is talking about. Okay. It says, he has refused to pass laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right estimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. Okay, let's look up this word. Inestimable. 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 Okay, let's see. Inestimable. Definition, paste. Inestimable, too great to calculate. A treasure of inestimable value. Okay, bet. So, he has refused to pass laws of accommodation of large districts of people unless those people will relinquish the right to representation in the legislature, a right inestimable, too high, too greatly measurable to value, okay, to them, and formidable to tyrants only. Formidable. Let's look up this word. Formidable, inspiring fear or respect through being impressively large, powerful, intense, or capable. A formidable opponent. So, they keep you from passing the laws that would put them out, that would vote them out, that would make them illegal, that would shine light on them, that would investigate them, that would hold them guilty. Does this not sound like regular everyday government? I'm going somewhere with this, okay? Does this not sound like the regular everyday government we dealing with? They doing all of this stuff right in our face, and we wonder why we don't hear much about the Declaration of Independence from 1776, July 4th. Now they want you to go out here and buy all your jackass firecrackers and junk on the fort, so you can make all the noise and celebrate the foolery. But then the very document they're celebration, they don't even teach you that in school anymore. I wonder why. Okay. Long trains of abuses and usurpations, overthrowing of governments, despotism, all of this junk is what this government is guilty of. Feds, CIA, creation of secret groups, all of this stuff. All of those groups are illegal. The Fed, the Federal Reserve, illegal. All right? He has refused for a long time, as such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers incapable of annihilation have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions from within. Let's read it again. He has refused for a long time after such dissolutions to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers incapable of annihilation have been returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions from within. Let's look up the word dissolutions. You have the base word solution, which means, a mixture of things, and then you have a dissolution, which I would say is quite the opposite. So let's look it up. Solutions, with the base word being solution, the closing down or dismissal of an assembly, partnership, or official body, the dissolution of the marriage. Okay, so if the marriage is two individuals mixed together, the dissolution is the divorce. All right, a debauched living, dissipation, advanced state of dissolution. Okay. So when you are getting rid of certain individuals, removing them from their places in the government, and causing other people to be elected, in the proper time, you basically leave, like it says here, the state exposed to all the dangers of invasion and convulsions, aka revolutions from within. When the government is not steady or stable, invasions from outside and inside can go on. Now, where have we seen that? We saw that with the election with Trump and Biden. Okay, I know some of you all will say, "Oh well, black people should not support Trump." We all know that this whole thing is a setup. Okay, the saying goes, "All the world is a stage." Okay. And we are nothing but mere players in the stage play. I will say that. We're nothing but mere players in the stage play. I don't really need those. If we are nothing but players in the stage play, that means the president, the Congress, all of these individuals are being controlled by specific individuals that we have no clues of. We see them directly going against everything in this Declaration of Independence. Okay, if it was good enough for the white man to, gather his little buddies together, his little slave, uh, his slave owning partners, and they write this, the Constitution and Declaration of Independence and all of this stuff, and they writing this junk, and it's good enough for them, but it's not good enough for us to study, analyze, and follow. That's going to pose a giant issue as we're living this issue out. That January 6th nonsense with Trump so-called telling people to revolt and all of this stuff. Okay, that's in here. You couldn't vote people in a proper time. You could not dissolve people from their offices within a specific time and appoint new leaders. So what happens? Systems become corrupted. Things become obstructed. Things, fall apart. Then what? You got revolts. You got talks of insurrection. You got anarchy going on. You got all types and kinds of junk. This is right here. Okay? It's all right here. Okay, now let's go over another part. This is assent to their acts of pretended legislation. Assent to their acts. What does that word mean, assent? Look it up again. An expression of approval or agreement. Assent. Okay? An expression of approval. The expression of approval to their acts of pretended legislation. Okay? So, it is for what? Quartering large bodies of armed troops among us. For protecting them by mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states. For cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without consent, or depriving us, in any cases, the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses. Pretended. Let's look that up, because the use of that word is not how we use it today. Pretended, not genuine, assumed. Okay? False. Okay? It is pretended. How many times have black people been arrested for pretended offenses out here? Okay? False, not true. For abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies. Okay? For taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments. For suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in these cases whatsoever. So this will keep them from assuming power, taking away our system and instituting their own. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. Abdicated. Look it up. He has abdicated. Abdicate of a monarch to renounce one's throne. Okay? He has abdicated, renounced one's throne, government here. Okay? So he's renounced this government over here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. Okay? He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. Okay? He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive on the high seas, to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or fall themselves by their hands. It says, in every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress. Look at the word redress. We're gonna look up. We're gonna look up that and remedy or set right an undesirable or unfair situation. Redress, to remedy or set right an undesirable situation. Okay. So where was I? In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress, remedy, or to make right in the most humble terms. Okay. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. So instead of getting, the making right of something, the redress, we have only gotten repeated injury. Who does that sound like? That sounds like black people. Okay. Of all the oppressions that we have gone through, we petition for, the redress of our issues, the making right. And what do we get? Repeated injury. This is all in the Declaration of Independence. We were slaves when this was written. But funny how this applies to everybody and us today, okay? A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant, okay, is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our brethren, our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity. Magnanimity. Look it up. We have appealed magnanimity, the fact or condition of being magnanimous, generosity. All right. We have appealed to their native justice and generousness. Okay. And we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred and to disavow these usurpations, these, taking overs of government and riddances of their own personal powers over themselves, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and consanguinity. Look it up. We reading rainbow over here. Reading rainbow. Butterfly in the sky. Okay. The fact of being descended from the same ancestor. Consanguinity. So I'm taking the base and root word is sanguinity. All right. So the fact of being descended from the same ancestor, and we're gonna see how this ties in. Okay. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and consanguinity. The fact that we are from the same brothers, since we are from the same brothers, we should get the same justice, consanguinity. You see, okay, we should be related. We brothers. Why are you treating us like we outsiders? Because we moved outside the country. There's no consanguinity, is there not? Okay. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity, okay, which denounces our separation, and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, peace friends. So even though these people are our people of consanguinity, our brothers, we must hold them like the rest of people, unlike us, enemies in wartime, okay? But when it's peacetime, we friends. This whole document was created for the purpose of people being free of tyranny, lies, mismanagement of government, usurpation of powers, taking over of proper powers and rulership. Okay, how many times have United States gone over to different countries like China and tried to institute some lying democracy over them? And how many times have they been refuted and smacked out of the sky? How many times? They tried it in the 1800s. They were trying to get China to the the early to mid 1800s and 1900s. They tried to get China to uh, stop using their Mandarin language and use Roman Roman letters instead, aka ABCs or whatever the hell. They tried that. China was like, nah, we good. But we'll take a couple of those suits up off of you though. We'll use some of those. That was an attempt at the usurpation of power. Britain actually did it. Okay, they had a colony over there in China for a very long time. That was a direct usurpation of Chinese powers. Anywhere where the British crown went, there was a usurpation of powers. They were taking over governments. Okay, when was the last time the United States did that? Libya with Muammar Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein with Iraq. Okay, that was 100% illegal. That was a war crime. George Bush should have been hung in the same gallows that he hung Saddam Hussein in. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama should be done the same way they did Muammar Gaddafi. Same way. This government is evil. And look at how they treat the people. They're out here trying to take away people's guns and their ability to defend themselves from the government because they know there's a revolt coming. They know it. There's a revolt coming. They don't know when. The feds are out in great numbers. They got their ears to the ground, and they looking for ways to stop what's coming, but they're not gonna stop. They're not. These people are smart, but still dumb. They got all the technology ever, all the wealth ever, but still idiots. They're like babies with superpowers. These people are retarded. Straight like that. Oh Lord. Damn it. I've been talking this entire time with this desktop audio on. God. Either way. I gotta figure out this system. This live stuff is still new to me. So I'm kinda glad it's not that many people in here because these videos be kinda messed up a little bit due to my trying to feel the system out still. So forgive me if you will. If not, I understand. But I just wanted to bring some kind of, you know, I just wanted to bring some type of reality to this these documents, how this government and these police are, are beyond problematic. And eventually we're gonna either have to bow to these fools completely due to our lack of financial ability to fight them, or we're gonna have to go out and individualized asymmetrical warfare. Like our brother Chris Dorner and Micah Xavier Johnson. There was another one. I forget his name. Okay. We don't have that many choices coming up. People say, oh, it's the end time, you know, the Christ is soon to return and whoop de whoop. I bet. For those who want to believe that, for those who are wanting to sit around and wait for, the Most High to save you, have at it, man. I'm not sitting around waiting. I'm not sitting around waiting. Cause if we check the history, the Caucasian, he didn't have any problems chopping off heads, removing individuals from life itself, raping, graping and harming people with great abuses. They had no problems doing it. It was cool to them. It was cool. And look at how much power they have today. They damn near the rulers of the galaxy, literally. If there was any time to get some backbone, it'd be now. We've seen in this document the Declaration of Independence that was written for white people, regular old white people. We know white people stay turned up all the time. They don't give a crap. Soon as one or two of their rights is being trampled upon, oh Lord, they go into the streets. They're going straight to the streets. But what do? We sit and take the junk. I'm not gonna sit there and take that. You got people, these race soldiers walking up to random people, harassing and harming, parading. Well, I won't say parading. You know, lurking in the streets in their government. What do you call it? Governmentally established vehicles. stopping you because you got, you know, one tail light is kind of crooked. It works just fine. It's just kind of crooked. Yeah, we stop you because your tail light is crooked. You know, like I can fix that at nighttime. Bet. Stopping you because your tail light is crooked. You get irritated about it. Oh, well, why you got a bad attitude? Well, you hiding something? Well, I got to be hiding something. Well, you disrespect an officer. So, you know, we got to take you to jail. For what? Then it goes escalated from there. Now you're shot. Now you're dead. All because your crooked, your tail light was crooked, bogus. These cops, these feds, these CIA individuals, these all of them terrorists. By you know, definition of the very Declaration of the Independence that governs the underpin the under uh the sub actions of this country. Okay, they're terrorists, straight like that. There's no reason we should be still, you know, okay with this. We have it's so serious now that now we have other nations that we should see as enemies, but we looking at China like, they kind of got a point. We looking at Russia like, they kind of got a point. Like whole Africa is like, yo, Africa and China, I mean, Russia and China got a whole point out here. Like, why we didn't think about this the first time? Why we didn't join them fools sooner? United States being over there trying to give people the morality lecture, talking about why you over here abusing your people. Meanwhile, you know, some black woman just got gang raped or gang harmed on the side of the street. Okay? Gang harmed on the side of the street by Caucasian terrorists in uniform. Because they was looking for weed. How many of our babies have been shot in the face by cops shooting randomly through people's windows? How many? It's in the teens now. Little baby after little baby. I swear. I swear. You shoot my baby, I don't care if it's the 20-year-old ones or this little one. You harm my kid is it's dying time. Ain't no not gonna be no forgiving. I'm not gonna pray on it. I'm gonna tell my mama and my aunts to pray for me, remember me in the services y'all have forever. Look at my picture and be like, he was a good man. Boom. But I don't plan to be here. I plan on going all out. You harm my child. There is no forgiving. Mm-mm. We gotta get some junk together, man. We really do. We too busy out here fighting for relationships that don't even really need to exist anymore. Truthfully speaking, we out here stuck on who need to be submitting to who. Truthfully speaking, leave all of them. Leave them. If you can't get on where you want to be, go somewhere where you accept it. Damn it. That's not here in the United States. Become a friggin' passport, bro. Who gives a damn? Do what you got to do, but be ready for these fools when they come for you. I'm not begging for no. I'm not begging for nobody to like me or want me. None of this foolery. Hell no. Forget that. Get that. I hate it for our people, man. Horrible times are coming. It's already horrible now. You can only imagine the foolery that's about to ensue when they turn this money off and people's paychecks don't come in the form that it's supposed to come in. And now you got less money. Or you got no money at all because all you had was these so-called American dollars. Or whatever they do, whatever they plan on doing. Regular people not going to be ready for it. But either way, man. I just wanted to put that out here so we could have some idea on the documentation behind what's really going on. And there's really documentation on pretty much everything. When you look at it, we just do not read it. And once you realize that there's documentation on everything that we have been going through, it kind of makes you feel a little bit stupid because they put it right in your face. They just think we're too stupid to realize it. Either way. I might come tomorrow and do another live on something else totally different. Not this junk. I might revisit it since I left the damn desktop audio on. I had echo all in my voice. I don't know. I might fix that. Or not. Either way, thank you all for attending, those that did. Thank you for caring about my numbers. Because I am shadow banned. You know, you can always share my site with other people. You know, just copy the URL and send it to somebody who you know used to be a revolutionary or something. Okay? You know, somebody who's on the science tip. You know, you want to be a black scientist or you're a black doctor or a lawyer or what. You know. We need people like that. I'm going to be doing a campaign for, you know, our nation. I'm not saying the name of it yet. I'm going to be making the documentation for it so everybody who wants to be a part of it. I need 50,000 people to sign up. And we all, you know, have these legal documents. Let everybody know that this is a real thing. It's not somebody just doing some crazy junk. I'm going to be doing a campaign for that. And I'm going to be talking more about Mr. Ozone, our brother, about his situation and what he needs. He's almost done, but he needs a little bit more money. So I'm going to be running a ad for his donation site on here too. We'll be doing that. Either way, good night, you all. Thank you for listening. Stay safe, but stay dangerous, man. Peace.
Everybody gangsta, but we never see you flexing on your true enemies. Hey, I forgive myself for what I plan to do to you. No more depending on a ghost to do what I need to do. Never will I beg for justice from the likes of you. Your destruction is my goal. I decided to let you know you are done here. I call upon the spirit of the beast, sleeping inside our people to awaken. world, murdering my people in the scheme of things. It just seems to be buying us time. Time to prepare, and shake this irrational fear of you. Time for us to shave our hair, to prepare for the final fight with you. Hey, I forgive myself for what I plan to do to you. No more depending on the ghost to do what I need to do. Never will I beg for justice from the likes of you. Your destruction is my goal. I decided to let you know you are done here. Murder is your pleasure, kill for less. A devil tester, evil jester, nigga blesser. Always running with the beast. Whenever you get around, bullets flying, people dying, baby crying. Hear the siren, all destruction must increase. Government cooperation and alignment. Your assignment is to murder all the people of originality. You are never to be trusted, so disgusting is your presence. Manchurian candidate will destroy new society. Everybody gangster, but we never see you flexing on your true enemies. Hey, I forgive myself for what I